closed. You can have your legs crossed in a comfortable way that's for you, or stretch out the legs in front, or choose kneeling if you need to kneel. As we take ourselves to our mat, just noticing our breath and relaxing your shoulders back. You can choose a mudra with the index finger and thumb touching, Gaya mudra if you like. Gaya translates as wisdom. And as we breathe through, let's tap into the wisdom of our body, of our heart and our mind. As you breathe, noticing a big inhale through the front of the body, lengthening, expanding. As you exhale through the back of the body, softening and drawing lower belly in. Keeping that going as a circle round. And as we move slower in yin, it tells us to slow down our breath, our body, our mind. And as we slow our breath, it helps us calm down our parasympathetic nervous system. Noticing possibly a longer exhale for a few more breaths, please. And then we'll start to count our breath. Let's count our breath for 6, with an inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Noticing your breath, returning to your own easeful, steady rhythm. Keeping that equanimous breath with sound breath as you activate the back of your throat, slightly lifting to create Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. This victory of balancing your mind, your body, your heart, lungs. Taking one more breath, please, like this, before we move to Pranayama. Let's practice alone with alone, alternate nostril breath. So we take our right thumb to our right nostrils, first 2 fingers up to the third eye, elbow out in front. Inhale through the left nostril, inhaling and filling up to the crown of your head. Exhale through right nostril, changing the nostrils and pressing into your left nostril. Inhale through right, filling up again to the center of your brain. Exhale through left, smoothing out, softening your shoulders. Inhale through left, filling up, shining through. Exhale through right, smoothing out, softening down. Inhale through right, filling up again. Exhale through left, softening. And one more round. As we inhale through left, our feminine moon side. Exhale through right, masculine sun. Inhale through right, shining up to your third eye and the crown of your head. Exhale through left, centering and grounding to the earth. Lowering your hand, just observing that practice of pranayama for a few breaths. Breathing through both nostrils and sensing any difference as that calms your mind, your energies, your respiratory system, and the two main nadis, the energy body lines, meridian lines of your body. Let's take our hands to our hearts and move the middle fingers away from the center, so you're opening the blossoming lotus flower of your heart, Padme Mudra, Lotus Mudra. As you close your eyes, sending love out to all of the world, out to all of America, as racism affects all of us and is a deep wound of humanity. Have a few breaths and just notice what you can do in your life to educate your family, your children, so we can stop this repeating in history again and again. And as you send love out to the world, sense it into what your core wish for humanity is. Your soul's mission as you are in earth is this core wish for humanity, is your unique essence, and all as different reflections of love. Taking another big breath and blowing this away. Let's open our hands, our palms out forwards with an inhale, and then blow your breath across your palms as a blessing to the world. Great, shake out your arms and shake them above your head. And just shake out the energy as we refresh, as we connect to our own healthy well-being, to balance, and to let go of negativity, to come into our own positive harmony. One more shake up. It's really good to shake your arms, and apparently it's really uplifting straight away. That's why in Kundalini Yoga they use it lots. And then let's lower our arms down. Just shrug out your shoulders, moving them around to the sides. Let's pat our head. You can change the cross of your legs if you want to, so you're sitting on the other side as well. And as you pat your head, just saying hello to your body, giving yourself a little massage, pat across your face, and through your jaw, removing any tension, maybe a sound if you like. Oh. Feel your ears and pull the ears gently out to the sides. Pat down your throat and around, down the sides of the shoulders, the back of the shoulders, the front, the collarbones, across your thigh, and let's make an R sound again if you like. We'll pat down one arm and up that arm to the armpit through your lymphatic system. Pat down the other arm and through the lymphatic system again. Do that one more time on each arm. In your own way. No matter how you do it, it's what you feel and what's right for you. Pat down through the belly, clockwise, left to right or right to left, whether that is clockwise for you. Then we'll go the other way. Great. Just reach, move your fingers behind and your feet forward, and we'll shake out the legs. Let's take the soles of the feet together and find a point that's up from your ankle that's quite tender. It's about 3 finger widths but it may be different on you. This is your recharging battery point. It's really good for women, perimenopause, menopause, when we're menstruating as well. So as you charge yourself with this recharging battery point for your blood, just have a little massage round on that point. Compress the thumbs in and hold there. And as we take our feet together, just softening down into your forward fold. Elbows to the inner knees, back long, lifting your heart, softening your shoulders. And taking big long breaths as we start to tune into our breath again. Noticing a circle round. We'll hold each posture for around 20 breaths. And some of the postures I will time for 1.5 minutes or 3 minutes each, so that we have a definite time for each. And we do the same on each side. And as we work with our lungs and our heart line today, let's feel into those lines now, and we'll also notice our leg lines as well here. From our thumbs, notice the inner seams of your arms up to the armpits and across your lungs, making a figure of 8 from one lung to the other with your visualization, your breath, your intention. And this figure of 8 of infinite breaths, infinite oxygen, infinite lives, from your thumbs all the way inside your arms to your armpits and across your lungs to the back of the lungs, swirling around the lungs with your breath, expanding the lungs to the sides, the back, the front, all the way around. You soften your face, your jaw. Your jaw links to your pelvis. Now we'll notice our heart line from the little finger up through the outer edges of the arms to the outer edge of the shoulders, the shoulder blades, and through the back of the heart. Breathing with this heart line and around the heart, back to the back of the ribs, the back of the arms, and down to the little fingers. Taking 3 more breaths, please, with each breath, inhaling, lengthening slightly forward, and exhaling, softening down. Inhaling forwards, exhaling, softening down. One more breath, feeling through. And then slowly coming up, let's shake our legs out again, bringing the hands back, the feet forward, little shake of the calf muscles, the thighs. Now let's take the feet forward in a straight line. We'll just practice a simple forward fold, moving any glute fresh from the sides. If you have a bolster or some cushions, you could use those on the legs to weight them down. And your bolster could be positioned from your legs to your third eye as you forward fold in that way. Or we can just do it free and simple. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, hover halfway, folding as you draw up through pelvic floor, lower belly. Inhale, reach the hands further forward, and exhale, folding. Square the feet. Feel the toes spreading away from each other. Sense the shoulders relaxing back and the heart forward. Breathing through. The legs are active. Noticing the back of the knees, the back of the hips and the sacrum. We'll stay here again for 20 breaths with an inhale, lengthening forwards, and an exhale, softening down, drawing up through Mula Bandha, pelvic floor and lower belly. And as we stretch out the back posterior chain of our body, from our inner arches, the heels, up through the back of the legs, the knees, hamstrings, up through the back of the body, the hips, both sides of the spine, to the shoulders. Noticing across the lungs to your thumbs, across your heart to your little fingers. And as you breathe through each breath, deepening your experience as yin creates this experience to hold the postures and feel deeper through the fascia, the connective tissue of our body, to our muscles, to the bones. And as we feel and inquire within, this inner listening helps us to befriend ourselves, to welcome all of ourselves with compassion, with loving kindness, just like we do with every person, with compassion and loving kindness. Taking 3 more breaths, please. Inhaling forwards, exhaling, softening down. Inhaling forwards, exhaling, softening through. And 1 more breath, relaxing your face, your shoulders. Coming back up to the top with your body, hands behind again. Let's shake out the legs in front. Again. Great. Now we're going to cross our legs for Gokumasana, cow face pose. We'll take the left leg over the right and both knees are bent for the normal variation. But if you'd like an adaptation, which is totally just as good and as nice, you can take the right leg straight. Makes it a bit easier for your knees that way, and the hips are a little bit more balanced on the mat. So you choose what's best for you. If you have both hips down with the bent knee version, that's great. Feet are out to the sides and you're aiming for symmetry with the knees to the center. You can squeeze the knees and the inner thighs a bit closer together if you take your hips down to the ground, lift the bum up, and then settle back down. You're a bit more sealed and compact in. It increases the stretch, so be careful with that if it's too much for you. Or we take the right leg straight. So choose your option. And as we sit straight, let's balance our body, align our shoulders as well, level. We'll inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Just hold on to your forearms above your head, so holding opposite elbows. Notice which forearms are near the head, and we'll switch to the other side, so it'll be a tighter side. Lengthening up to the elbows, we'll just take 5 breaths here, and we'll do another shoulder stretch, and we'll then feel into the full cow face arms as well. As you exhale, take your hands behind you now, crossing the forearms, holding where it's possible for your hands. And notice which forearm's under the other, which forearm is touching your back. And now we'll switch them the other way as well, which will feel a bit strange, but just go with it. Soften the shoulders back and down, lengthening up through to the crown of your head. Feel the feet and through your heart and lungs to your thumbs, little fingers. Now let's reach the hands up to the sky again. Let's cross the right elbow underneath the left. You can have the backs of the hands together. If your arms are feeling really strange like that, you can even take your hands to your shoulders as a variation, or you can wind the hands around each other so the palms are facing each other in full expression. We'll lift the hands up and the elbows forward, then look down for a neck stretch. So you feel the back of the neck, the trapezius muscle. And as we feel around the shoulders, the sides of the shoulders, the deltoids are getting a really nice stretch down through the ribs and our spine, our lower back. And as our feet and our hands connect all the energy lines through the body, when we release our shoulders and we stretch out our shoulders like this, it really helps with our lower back. So hopefully you'll feel a lot more easeful in your lower back after this as well. Taking 2 more breaths with the head center. We're now going to move the elbows over to the right, so you'll feel a bigger stretch through the left shoulder. Look to the left shoulder with your chin as well, and stretch out the neck a little bit. Not over pushing, just feeling into a nice place where you enjoy the stretch. Let's take the elbows over to the left now, and again look over the right shoulder. Feel a stretch through the right side differently. And then come back to center. Just tuck your head in towards your upper arm. Feel a stretch through the shoulder blades and the back of the neck again. And then let's look up to the sky, looking up, the chin. Now if you want to stay 5 breaths seated upright, or we're going to fold forwards, lengthening the elbows maybe beyond the knee and resting down onto that top knee with the upper arms or the elbows or the forearms. You can rest the forearms down as well if that's better for you. And soften fully through your shoulders, through your face, as if you were melting your skin down to the ground. Taking 2 more breaths, please, feeling the breath moving through. And then coming up to the top, lifting your body up to center. Let's move the arms again, shrugging out the shoulders a few times. Take your legs forward and shake them out. Shake the hands over your head if you like. And then let's go to the other side. So we simply wrap our right leg over the left, both knees bent if you like that variation. Again, if the hips are down, you're feeling level, we want to move the hands to the ground, lift the hips up and squeeze in a bit tighter. Or we straighten the left leg and the right knee is over that left knee. Centering our body, hips are level. With an inhale, reach the hands overhead. Let's do that forearm stretch again, crossing the forearms for a breath your normal way. And then we'll switch to the other side. Switching your forearms round, lengthening up to the top elbows. Keep level with the face, soften your jaw. You know, it's hard work. And Yin teaches us that we can build determination, focus, we can breathe through difficulties. And you should be feeling the stretch and the deepening of the sensations. And each breath just helps us breathe those away. Breathing out the tension, breathing in freshness. Let's take the hands behind now, behind the back. Check in which forearms over the other. And then let's switch to the other side. Softening your shoulders back, lengthening to the crown of the head, lifting your heart. Feeling from the thumbs with a big breath to the lungs. Feeling from the little fingers to your heart. Let's reach the hands overhead and then wrapping left elbow underneath. Okay, great. Hands to center or hands to your shoulders. Lengthen to the crown of your head. And then let's lift the elbows forward. Look down to your upper arms. Feel the neck stretch and a stretch across your trapezius again. Keeping the lower back lifted, the spine long. Soften your jaw. Take it over to the left with a stretch through the right shoulder and looking to the right. Breathing through, big, deep, long breaths. Coming back to center, let's look down again, bring the elbows up, feel the stretch around the shoulders, down through the spine. Lifting your gaze up, chin up to the sky, lift the elbows up, feel the stretch through the outer arms, the upper arms. The whole of our heart line, through the outer, and our lung line in the inner. Coming back to center, release your hands and let's shrug the shoulders, move the feet forward and shake out your arms, your legs again. Great, let's take it onto all fours now. We'll do a few lunge style stretches for our legs, for our hips. On all fours, just have a sway from side to side, looking over one shoulder, then the other, pressing all the pads of the hands down, the thumbs and the little fingers. Let's take this into a circle, circling round over your wrists, your shoulders, hips and knees to the feet. Maybe the head gets in the circle, you slow it down. Reversing to the other side, circling the other way. Let's come back to center, lift the left foot forward into a low lunge. Move the right knee back a little bit to stretch further through the inner seams of the legs. The right toes can be tucked under or flat, whatever you prefer. And we'll just stay here for 5 breaths as we warm up in a pattern with our legs. With the hands down first, then we'll move them up to the thigh, and then up to the sky. As you breathe through from the back toes, all the way to the crown of the head, lifting your heart, pressing the little fingers down, breathing through the lungs, pressing the thumbs. Let's take our hands to the left thigh, knee area, lift up. If you need that back knee in a bit now, you can take it in if it's a bit too much of a stretch with the legs wide. Lifting up through your heart, soften your shoulders back, lengthen to the crown of the head. Breathing across the front of the right hip, your psoas muscle. Your psoas muscle helps you release tension, worry, any grasping, any holding of emotions. As we release this muscle, stretching it out, we can come more into a flow of our lives, of our emotions in a balanced, flowing way. Now, either staying there or backing off to that first option, or we lift our hands up to the sky. You can choose your hand variation, shoulder width, together, interlaced index finger pointing up, whichever one of those you like. We take the arms to the sides of the heads, moving the hands back to the back of the space behind us, lifting them up. Feel lifted and long, stretching out the front of the right hip, lifting your heart, your gaze. And let's take 3 more breaths here from both feet, feeling through the body, lifting heart and lungs, chest. One more big breath. This is called Anjanasana, crescent lunge or open heart lunge. As you exhale, take the hands down. We'll move this left foot over to the left now, lizard pose. As you take the left foot at diagonal, opening the knee and the hip at that same diagonal. Hands can be inside your left foot and the back knee down, or you can tuck the toes under and lift the back knee up. If you have availability to lower down onto your forearms, it's a deeper stretch to your left hip. And again, you can have the knee down or lifted. If the hands are on the ground and the forearms are down, you can maybe make a prayer, Anjali Mudra with the palms pressing together if you like that. Or Hakini Mudra, or the fingertips and thumbs pressing together if the hands feel a bit tight. You want to have the finger and thumb tips together with your forearms down, with your hands on the ground. Let's take 5 more breaths to choose the next for 5 more breaths. Lengthening from the back heel to the crown of the head, lifting your heart, softening your shoulders, building determination and focus. One more breath, breathing out the tension. And then let's lower the right knee down, flex the left foot, and bring the left ankle so it's in line with the left hip. So you move that left heel in a bit to the center line of the mat. We'll just stay here for 5 breaths in our half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Flexing the left toes. Spread the toes away from each other if possible. Lengthen forwards. The left heel can be a bit further forwards if you want to deepen the stretch. Go steady, listen to your body. One more breath, please. Great. Now going to move the hands down to the ground. However you can, move that left foot over to the right side of the mat, bending the left knee and moving the right foot back for pigeon pose. As you settle into your pigeon, let's take 3 lower downs, hands wide to the front knee. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Inhale, rise up again. Feel from the back foot that's flat and straight. Exhale, lower down to the ground. And inhale, rise again. Centering hips, tailbone, lifting through your heart. Keep that length in the spine. And then let's lower all the way down now. As you soften, maybe your forearms are on the ground or you're reaching your hands forward. And your forehead is touching either the top forearm or the mat. And as you relax your shoulders, relaxing through, feeling across the arms, the thumbs to the lungs, and from the little fingers to the heart, down through the legs. Last week we covered the liver from the left, from the big toes, the left and the right big toes, through the inner seams of the leg to the liver that's on the right lower ribs of your body, stretching out now. And the liver also connects to your eyes through the center line of your torso, up through the sides of the jaw to your eyes. And as we stretch out our legs, we target the liver, gallbladder, spleen, kidney line, all in one from the feet. Our spleen is the little toe line to the left lower ribs. The kidney, the base of your all of your foot, the middle of it, and the second toe up to the kidneys at the back of the hips. And then the gallbladder has the same line as the liver, the big toes, the inner seams of the legs, up through the liver, and then the center of the diaphragm is where your gallbladder resides. All these cleansing, revitalizing organs. Cleansing with your breath. Taking 3 more breaths, please. And then slowly coming up, tuck the back toes under, walk the back knee in. Your choice, you can just be on your right knee and move the left foot back, shaking the leg in space. Or tuck the toes under and lift up to downward facing dog and lift the left leg to shake it out that way. Your choice. Moving both feet to the ground. If you're on hands and knees, just have a sway from side to side. Down dog, have a pedal. Let's move back to our hands and knees. Circling round one way again. Over the wrists, the knees, the hips, shoulders. Moving your head if you like as well. And then circling the other way, all the way around. Let's take the right foot forward now. Lunge with our hands down. The back foot can be flat or the toes tucked under, and maybe moving that back knee back a little bit to stretch out the legs more. And then to the right knee over right heel, long and lengthened to the crown of the head. Feel through the spine, the sides of the body, leveling the pelvis. Breathing through. And as we come into this side, just noticing how our left leg feels, the left front of hip, the psoas muscle. Noticing the right. One more breath here, please. Then let's take our hands to our thigh, coming up. Feel the left front of hip more. Choose whether you want the knee as they are or that back knee in a little bit to protect your legs. Always be mindful, not over pushing to cause injury. Lifting up through to the crown of the head, soften the shoulders back. One more big breath. And then let's inhale, reach the hands up, or taking that first option with hands down, or remaining with the hands to the thigh. Choosing your hand options again, lengthening up to the top fingers, lifting your heart, softening your shoulders, getting through from the back toes, all the way to the front toes, lifting through the front and the back body, softening your jaw, your face, looking up, lengthening to the top fingers. One more big breath, building your determination. And then exhale, hands down. Moving that right foot over to the right for lizard pose. We take that diagonal with the foot, the knee, and the hip again. Hands inside the foot. Maybe the back knee's down or the back knee is lifted again, whichever you did on the other side. Ying teaches us to realize which side is tight and to bring the tighter side up to your more open side, to not overdo your open side, but to bring the weaker side up to strength and stability with flexibility, to balance out that way. Choosing whether you want the hands or the forearms down, and breathing through.
Feel the legs, the hips, the shoulders, lengthening with your breath. Feeling all the sensations. Maybe your muscles are shaking a little bit. Just moving your awareness through with your focus. Breathing out those shakes, or breathing with the shakes. One more big breath, please. And then let's take the back knee down. Move the right foot so it's in line with the right hip. And we flex the foot to move the hips back. Ardha Hanumanasana, Hanuman, Monkey God. With love in his heart, the whole of the universe in his heart. The devotion. And as we practice with this devotion, this thanks for our body, for the earth, for each other, for the world. Lengthening your heart over the leg, feeling the back of the leg again. Spreading the toes. One more breath. Great, let's move that right foot over to the left for pigeon. Bending the right knee behind the right wrist. Move the left foot back, straighten the leg, check it straight. Hands either side of the front leg. As you inhale, lift up, center tailbone. Exhale, soften and forward fold. Inhale, lifting up, lengthening. Exhale, soften, bowing down. One more, inhale, lifting, feel from back toes all the way through to your heart. Keep the heart lifted, lengthen forwards and down, either to your forearms, your hands reaching forward, your forehead stacked on the forearms or to the ground. Balancing out this side, breathing through with your awareness. Lengthening to the back foot, softening your shoulders, softening your hips. As you breathe to the back of the heart and the lungs, big cleansing breaths. Breathing to the kidneys, the top of the hips. Breathing across your liver, your spleen, and the lower left and right ribs. And the gallbladder is center of your diaphragm, just underneath. Taking 5 more breaths here, please. Noticing in silence for a few breaths as we drop into silence. Feel the breath through. And then taking your hands back to the mat, shoulder width apart, bring the back knee and foot up a little bit, either on your hands and knees, shaking the right foot behind, or pressing the toes as you lift up to downward facing dog again. Shake it out. We'll take both feet to the mat, coming up to down dog. If you're in your tabletop, have a little pedal out. And then let's move the heart forward for plank. Shuffle your feet back. Holding plank just for a breath. Now let's lower down all the way. We're going to move our left hand out, shoulder width from the body, palm facing down to the ground. Then use your right hand in front of your chest to move you over, weighted to the left shoulder and the left side of the body, straight. Check that your feet are straight and that your head can move back a little bit if possible. And maybe if your head's quite awkward on the floor, you can have a pillow underneath it. And then let's move the right foot just behind the left a little bit. Notice the stretch. If you want to increase the stretch, right foot steps on the floor flat with the knee up. We're moving that knee back to tilt the body and feel the stretch more in this left shoulder. As we press the palm down, noticing the thumb line, this inner seam of the arm to the lungs, and the little finger line, the outer seam of the arms to the heart. You can take the right hand behind the back to wrap the arm around and stretch the shoulder if you like as well. Taking 5 more breaths here, please. And as we breathe through, breathing with the mantra, Aham Prema, I am divine love. Aham Prema, I am divine love. One more breath. And then we'll take the right hand out to the side as we move to the front of our body on the mat. Same here, moving yourself onto the right shoulder with your left hand to help you. Left foot behind the right, or the left foot flat on the ground, knee up. Stay for a few breaths with the hands as they are, and then maybe wrapping that left arm around the back once you've settled a bit more. Feel the right shoulder, maybe moving the head back a little bit. Notice the line through your body. Maybe that left hand behind the back now as you wrap it behind. Peel the left shoulder back. Feel through to the right shoulder. Big deep breaths. And for 5 more breaths, breathing with the mantra, Aham Prema, I am divine love. Coming back onto the front of your body, let's move both arms above the head and just have the hands maybe shoulder width apart. Maybe they can be a little bit towards each other. Stretch out from the fingers to the toes with the body on the ground, the head, the chin on the ground maybe. Just stretching with the hands down and the feet long. And then wiggle onto the front of your thighs so the legs are aligned. Let's take the elbows now under the shoulders for Sphinx pose, moving up your body and lifting, pressing the pelvis to the ground, pressing the tops of the feet, the toes to the ground. Notice your thighs and align the thighs if they've moved away from each other or outwards slightly, so the front of the thighs are to the ground. Lengthen through your spine, lifting through your back. Soften the shoulders back. You can choose an option for your Sphinx pose with the hands. The hands can be just spread to the mat, shoulder width apart. Or you can take the palms together, Hakini Mudra with the palms separate, fingertips and thumbs together. Or arrow mudra with the index finger pointing forwards or the other fingers interlaced. Whichever you like to take. Breathing through. Long deep breaths from the toes all the way to the crown of the head. I'm going to stay here for another 10 breaths, lifting our heart. Feel from the lungs, massaging the heart. Breathing across your heart and your lungs. Maybe you can focus with the mantra Aham Prema, I am divine love. As you feel the upper arms, draw the upper arms back slightly. Draw the rib cage back, activating the deltoid muscles at the top of the side of the shoulders and down the top of the upper arms. One more breath. And then let's slowly lower down. Taking crocodile pose, crossing forearms, sway the feet from side to side. We'll now take the hands under the shoulders, firm the feet, bring the body up to a tabletop. Move the knees a little bit forward, so we'll take child's pose. Knees together at first, please. So we'll just seal the hips and build stability in the hips without taking the knees too wide. So the knees are together or towards each other more. Coming up onto your fingertips if you want to stretch out the back of the arms and shoulder blades. Or you can have the hands just totally relaxed, forward or to your feet. You want to stretch for the upper arms, taking the palms of the hands together, elbows to the mat, and the hands to the back of the neck. A prayer to the back of your body, to your communication, your heart and mind. This balance of your heart and mind. One more breath, please. We'll take tadpole now. So we're going to cross the left forearm in front and rest the head down. Take the right hand back to the feet and then move your left side of your face towards the forearm. So it could be the side of your forehead on your forearm or your cheek or your jaw, whatever feels best for your body and this stretch. So you're looking to the right and the left side of your faces on the forearm. There's a nice stretch through the left arm, shoulder, neck, back of the neck. And take 2 more breaths, please. Take it to the other forearm, so right forearm squares the top. And you place your forehead down on the forearm first of all, and then move the right side of your face, forehead, cheek or chin to the forearm. Left hands behind and drop to the feet, the left foot. Palms facing up. As you soften the left arm, feel the stretch through the right arm, the right side of the neck. Taking 2 more breaths, please. Coming back to center, we're going to take the hands forward for melting heart posture, moving the hands up to the top of the mat and the heart down to the mat. Maybe you're hovering in space and you're a little bit further lifted. You're stretching through the armpits, the upper inner arms. Or we're lowering down to the ground a bit more, moving your heart towards the ground. You can look down with the forehead on the ground, or look forward with the chin towards the mat or on the mat. And the more that you move the hands forward and drop down, the deeper the stretch increases, obviously. Hips are lifted over the knees, stretching out, melting heart posture, open heart, anahata. And as you breathe through, focusing your breath again, and possibly the mantra, Aham Prema, I am divine love. 5 more big breaths. If this is too much for you, rest in normal child's pose, please. Then carefully bring your body up, move your hands back to carefully come back to a kneeling position. But just straighten up through the body, shrug the shoulders back. Maybe feeling that big shoulder stretch now. Great, let's lower onto our backs. Moving our back to the mat. We've got about 4 minutes to go. So let's hug the knees in, rock from side to side. As you massage your shoulders, your hips, your back and spine. Circle the knees round one way and then the other when you're ready. Let's stretch out the arms and the legs straight down the center line of the mat, drawing everything into the center of you as you point your toes, stretch to the fingers, activate your core, your legs, your arms, and then softening the arms. Let's take banana stretch and we'll take the hands over to the left upper corner of the mat, holding the right wrist. Both feet over to the left lower corner of the mat. You can step the right foot on top of the left ankle and keep the hips level, shoulders level. Let's just take 5 breaths here because we don't have much time, unfortunately. If you want to hold these for longer and ignore what I'm saying, and then continue with a Shavasana after class, you're really welcome to as well. One more big breath through this right side. And then taking the hands back to center, feet back to center, holding on to the left wrist, both hands to the upper right corner and feet to the lower. And then maybe stepping the left foot on top of the right for an extra stretch through this left side. Big deep breaths. Softening shoulders and hips. Breathing across the left lung, the ribs, down the left side of the body. Taking 2 more breaths. And then coming back to center. Starting to relax for Shavasana, moving your hands, your feet wide to the ground. Or that you're in restorative rest with the feet flat, knees bent and inner knees touching. Whatever you choose, maybe your hands are wide, palms turned up, or your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. And as you soften fully, receiving your practice, allowing your practice to shimmer within you, to all the cells and the organs of your body, your heart and lungs. The mantra Aham Prema, I am divine love. As you soften your face, your throat, softening across your heart and lungs, your chest and ribs. Softening through your shoulders, down to your arms, fingers and thumbs. Softening down through the torso, all the lower organs, your pelvis. Relaxing your hips. Softening down through the legs to the feet. Soles of your feet and toes. And sparkling light moving through you. A stream of love. A stream of life. Stream of your own unique essence. As you breathe across your heart and lungs, sending love through you out to the world. Circling this love around the world, as if you could create a massive bubble of love. And this massive bubble of love is glowing all the way around. This bubble of love glowing around your heart, your body, your house, your town, your country, the whole of the world. Taking 3 more breaths, please, as you rest with your heart, with your lungs, with all of you, with love. Saying thank you to your body. Thank you to your heart and mind. This balance you've created. If you'd like to stay longer for Shavasana, you're really welcome to. It's nice to take a longer relaxation if you've got the time. Otherwise, starting to wake in your own time, moving fingers and thumbs. Maybe rotating your wrists and your ankles. As you come to seated or you stay lying down, I've just remembered I've got my crystal singing bowls here. I'm going to play them a few times for you. If you've got a few minutes, it's just turned 4 minutes past if you need to go and stand. And if you'd like to sit with your hands to your heart, the Lotus Mudra, once again with the fingers separate and the little fingers and thumbs touching, you're welcome to. Or you could place your hands to your body where you'd like to receive healing, or take your own mudra if you prefer, as you center and send love out to the world with the vibrations of these singing bowls, and soaking this in for your own healing. As you bow your head to your heart and bow to each other, Namaste.